Okay, George4title. I'm going to try to keep this short because it's kind of difficult to do. I went through and I made a couple of responses and broke down some of the parts of your video, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm just going to have to mention those. This is about an argument about money, a reenactment. Now, I'm not subscribed to you. I've never seen your videos. I don't know you. I am subscribed to Martin. You choose a side. I watched his response. I then went and watched your video. Based on the content of your video, I felt the need to make a response. Now it says an argument about money, a reenactment. This looks to me like you just turned the camera on with a conversation with your wife. Now, if you and your wife were play acting, congratulations, because you did a great job. But even if this is a reenactment of an actual conversation you and your wife had, that's kind of stupid to make a video about a reenactment. So this seems like an actual conversation, which is what it is. First and foremost, I'd like to say that personally, based on the entire content of this video, I don't think you should have posted this video on YouTube. I think you should take it down. Now, again, it's your channel, it's your videos, it's your prerogative. I have no say in that. But I think, and I'm not going to try to get all moral on you. I'm just saying I think your behavior was very questionable, and I think you showed a lack of character when dealing with your wife. And I don't know your wife. I don't know how she thinks, what she says, and what happens when you're not making videos. Again, I'm basing my reaction on the content of your video and your behavior. So you start off by saying something along the lines of, you know, that she's sulking around.
Isn't helping the situation. You're hurting the situation.
Yeah, you basically told your wife that she's sitting around sulking and that she doesn't appreciate you, what you're doing, and you're trying to go out and get things done. What are those things? Now, again, I don't know you. Martin said he's been following your economic situation, and he said you've been having trouble getting a job or having trouble, and you can't get unemployment, and things are strapped. Now, I understand. I've been there. So I understand when there's little money coming in, you have to do what you have to do to keep your family fed, to keep a roof over your head, to keep you clothed, and just to keep you guys sustained as a family. But you and your wife should probably sit down and have a different conversation. I mean, your wife sounds pretty sincere through most of this video, and she definitely sounds very concerned. And she doesn't sound irrational, like she's, you know, just doing ridiculous things. Now, again, I don't know her, so I'm not going to defend her. But you guys need to work that out a little bit more. I understand it's frustrating if you're the only one bringing in bread and it doesn't feel like you're being appreciated, especially if it's not enough money to get things that you need. But you got to understand your wife is also taking care of the kids. She's also got a homestead to kind of keep intact and to keep them fed and to keep them happy and keep them healthy, and you know, so you may not see as much value in what she's doing, but there's value in it. That's what I'm trying to say. So then you talk about her
and then you buy things even if they're necessities. This is the problem for a lot. This is why I put you off. I give you I tell you I got a little bit of money, and then you run through it, and then it's gone, and then we're broke and we don't have anything left.
What do you mean I run through the money?
You don't see it being run through, but when you spend and you buy things, even if they're necessities.
Okay, so that's a stupid statement to make, George. There's no logic in that statement. The fact that she spends and she spends and she spends, even if it's necessities. Well, if she's buying necessities, dude, then you can't bitch at her. If she's putting money towards bills, if she's buying food, she's doing what you're telling her to do with the money, some of those things, or most of those things, then you can't bitch at her for spending money. The money's there to sustain you, to be spent. Is she supposed to hoard it and you guys, you know, eat carrot sticks and celery sticks until you have enough money to buy a whole lot of food? I don't know, man. I don't understand the rationale behind that statement. So then you go on to, you know, you continue to talk about that. Then you go on to say,
in the room, everybody, 5. You know, I'm not getting frivolous things. I'm not going out there, you know, buying a purse, taking any manicures or anything. I'm getting necessities, things I need contacts, kids need socks.
Well, I may just leave. Maybe you're better off without me.
What a dick thing to say. I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm really not trying to personally attack you. But it's a dick thing to say from one person to another, one human being to another. That's a bitch move, man. Are you trying are you attempting to get a certain reaction out of your wife? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're trying to steer the conversation with what you're saying to get your wife to understand or react a certain way. To scare her maybe into, oh no, don't leave, I'll do whatever you want. I don't know what you're doing, but it's a little bit of emotional and psychological torture, okay? It's emotional and psychological terrorism, dude. That's not going to be beneficial to your economic situation. It's not going to be beneficial or healthy to your marriage, to your relationship with your wife, to the relationship, to your well-being emotionally or psychologically, man. And what about the kids? What if the kids hear something like that? I mean, I don't know. These might not be your kids, but if they're your kids, what? Even if they're not your kids, still, why would you think about a children's psyche and how underdeveloped it is, and think about the impact of something like that can have if they hear it, that you're going to leave, and think about your wife and the impact it has on her, dude. Bottom line is,
how is that?
You just need to apologize to your wife.
I can go up north and I can go stay.
I could go up north, I could go stay. What kind of nonsensical shit is that, man? You just need to think before you speak.
So you're going to leave your family at a time of need?
Well, I don't know, Perla. I'm apparently not helping you.
And then you go on to talk about how this is why men left their families in the Great Depression, because they couldn't provide for them. And this is why, in pioneer times, because their women did what she was doing. So again, you're turning into her scapegoat, you're blaming her, you're pointing a finger at her like she's the problem, dude. Now, I don't know what you're doing out there, but instead of making this video, go out and do something else. You talk about how she's keeping you there. Later in the video, you say she's keeping you there, she's distracting you by talking to you and bringing up all the stuff and dealing with the semantics. Dude, if you've got to go out and do something, then just go, this is on hold. This conversation is on hold. I gotta go. I gotta go look for a job. I gotta do what I gotta do. Don't sit and split hairs about how she's bitching at you and she's not doing anything, and you're sitting around listening to her bitch at you and then blaming her for not doing anything, and you're trying to do something. Again, dude, it's illogical. There's no rationale. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, a whole lot of logical fallacies in your arguments, man. So you need to sit down with your wife. You guys need to have a conversation. It needs to be off of YouTube. I think you should take this video down, only because I don't think you really want people in this, into your life, into the personal aspects of your life like this. Now again, it's your prerogative. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. And by the way, if you feel like you need to leave, if you really feel like you want to leave, then you should roll, dude, because if that's how you feel, your wife and the kids are better off without you. If that's how you really feel. Otherwise, you need to apologize to your wife, and you need to think before you speak. Okay? Again, I'm sorry, man. I don't want this to sound insulting. It's just I'm reacting to the behavior in your video. So I hope that you find some income, buddy. I hope that you find work. I hope you get more income. I hope things stabilize for you, and I hope the best for your family. I really hope you get, your and take care of yourself, take care of your wife, take care of your family. So all the best, man.